What's going on, everyone? College Lefty, and I have for you guys some more Battle Royale gameplay. It's been a little bit since I've uploaded on the series. Trying to go flawless, a journey to 12-0 in BR, and I was able to do it once before this season, but it's been a few months since I was able to do that. So this is the team that we're rocking with. We got Javier Baez, Luis Gonzalez, Zach Cozart, Michael Conforto, Michael Morris. It's the same team as before. We got Harrison Bader, Chris Taylor, and Brett Nicholas. So same team. I'm going to be go ahead and getting right into it. We're 4-0 on the current run, and I'm a few wins from that finest player. I believe I'm about 15, 16 wins away, and I show you guys here at the end of the video how many wins away we will be. So there will be multiple videos or multiple games in this video. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. This opponent has a very good team. He might have been from Hong Kong because I was playing this early morning. I had a snow day today, which is why I was able to upload this video, and most of the uploads are going to be on the weekends. I'm going to try to get as many uploads as I can throughout the week, but it is going to be tough with my student teaching schedule this upcoming semester, at least for the next couple months. But there, I'm hitting a home run, no doubter, with Javier Baez. And the ensuing inning, I'm pitching with the common pitcher, facing Matt Davidson, and he hits one out. I wanted to throw that splitter low and inside off the plate, and he crushed it out of there. I probably should have went away with it, but then skip ahead all the way to the top of the fifth inning. Nothing was really doing in this game. He left in Josh Hader for quite a while, and I just wasn't able to hit him. I was struggling. I don't really know why. I normally hit Josh Hader pretty well. And then I hung a pitch with Billy Wagner. I just had my bullpen was tired. I didn't really have the best bullpen in this one anyway, if you guys watched the previous videos on it. But I had my chances to win that game, and I blew it. So here we're going to open up the pack. That is going to do it for that run. We're going to go ahead and get into a new one right after this pack. We got Anthony Swarzak, and now we're going to enter in a new Battle Royale run, a fresh start. And I thought about taking Jeff Bagwell here in the first round, but I never tried this Andre Dawson yet, and I really wanted to try him just because I used him a lot in last year's game. I thought he was a great card. So I figured I would try him and lead him off, or bat him second. I'm not sure who, depending on who else I'll get in this draft. But here I'm going to go ahead and take a starting pitcher in this situation. I thought about taking Ryan Rayburn because he does have a little bit of power, but I went with the starting pitcher. I chose Jamie Callahan, and he's just a righty. I wanted to get as many common pitchers as I can right away. Definitely going with a quick pick of Jonathan Schoop. I thought about Marcus Semien there for a little bit, but even Randall Grichuk's not that bad at all for a silver card. But Schoop has that first pitch quirk, and in BR, I think that's a really overpowered to get that extra PCI size. But here I'm going to take Paul Konerko. He has the most power out of the bunch. I'm not going to take Edwin Diaz. I'm certainly not going to take Luis Severino. And that Pablo Sandoval, I've tried him before, and he's pretty good, but I wanted to go with as much power as I possibly could have. Here I'm going with the starting pitcher in Cole Stewart. Now we're taking Pablo Reyes. Going to go ahead and take a utility guy that has some speed. He plays outfield and some infield positions. Probably not the best. Hopefully we get a better outfielder later on in this draft. This catcher, Manny Pena, is actually pretty good. He's got 57 power, good contact versus both sides. He's a good bronze catcher. I thought about taking Jordan Hicks in that situation, but I couldn't pass up Brad Miller. He's also a utility infielder with 80 power from the left side. And in the last draft, I didn't really have that many great lefty bats. I mean, Luis Gonzalez was one of my only lefties, Michael Conforto, but I was always facing a lefty with Conforto, and Luis Gonzalez doesn't really have that much power, even versus righties. So yeah, here I took Trevor Hoffman over Miguel Andujar in that situation. I just figured I would go with the for sure right-handed reliever. That was definitely usable. I thought about taking Adam Wainwright as a bronze starter in that situation. Here I went with the quick pick of Pedro Alvarez. So we wrap up the team there. I was kind of getting nervous that I might get a gold starting pitcher or a silver starting pitcher round where I was guaranteed to take a starter, because I really only have bullpen guys and my rotation left in this situation. So they kind of give you players as you go on. They give you players based on who you've already drafted. So I noticed that. So here I'm taking a lefty reliever because I don't have one. I mean, I have that 80 gold Drew Smiley, but I don't really have another one just in case. Then they give me Josh Hader and then a bunch of starting pitchers. So I can't take that starting pitcher. I wish they would have given me a better chance, but because I already drafted my full team, or at least a player at every position, they gave me all pitchers in that situation. So I went ahead and took Hader, even though he's not that great of a reliever. He did beat me in the last game. He pretty much shut me down. I just wasn't hitting, but then I get another reliever there, Michael Givens, also very good silver card to have. So that's going to wrap up the bullpen, and definitely have some arms there. Much better pitching than I had previously. And I got kind of lucky. I was able to draft all common starting pitchers right here. And I went ahead and picked a lefty just because a lot of people lead off left-handed hitters. I figured that would be the better choice there. I didn't really have that many lefties in my rotation. I did have that Andrew Miller. But I'm going to go ahead and take this guy's got a little bit of speed. He plays every position. He's got a little bit better power, a little bit better contact than the other guys. I actually got a pretty good bronze in Kennys Vargas. He's a switch hitter with really good stats versus righties. So I thought about leading him off, but Paul Konerko really only plays first base. So that's kind of where I was stuck. I had a diamond in that situation, and with more power, just a better overall card, so I figured I would go with him. If Pedro Alvarez played a different position and Kennys Vargas, they all just play first base. All play one position. That's kind of what happened in this Battle Royale draft so far, but I am able to wrap it up with a decent silver round. Thought about taking Odubel, playing him in the outfield, but I went ahead and took Wil Myers just because he had a little bit more power versus one side than the other. And also he has good speed, decent fielding. He plays first base as well, so he plays a variety of positions. But I'm gonna go ahead and go through the team here. We got Pedro Alvarez leading off, Andre Dawson, Brad Miller, Paul Konerko, Jonathan Schoop, Wil Myers, Corey Dickerson, and then Manny Pena. And then on the bench we have that Kennys Vargas, and then a couple speed guys. This opponent has a very good team, and Freddie Freeman, Stan Musial's got some speed at the top of his lineup. That gold AJ Pollock, and I'm assuming he has one good card in the bullpen. But here he's ripping a ball with Emilio Bonifacio. Hit that one, a rocket to third base there. Pedro Alvarez makes the play. Now facing Gleyber Torres. I'm just trying to start off this run with at least a victory. I'm not trying to lose the first game in BR. It's definitely happened to me in the past. I'm not the best at BR. As you could tell in the last game, went 5 innings. I only scored 1 run. I definitely had some opportunities. Kind of ran myself out of a couple innings on the bases. I wanted to keep that part of the video short so that way I could include this game and possibly another one afterwards. So we're going 1, 2, 3 to start it off, drawing a first pitch walk or a first at bat walk there on 4 pitches, and I popped up a very hittable pitch there with Andre Dawson. That was my first at bat with them, and I popped it up. I definitely got under that one. It was a good pitch, still facing his common pitcher by the way. So I wanted to kind of jump on that one. I just overcompensated, dropped the PCI a little bit, popped it up to right field. The wind was blowing out to right field a little bit in this one, like 10 miles an hour. But here was a crazy play. Paul Konerko's ripping one, a screamer down the third baseline. It just somehow gets by his third baseman there. I don't really know what happened. But he went for the bare hand, and then there was 2 outs in the inning. Tried to go the other way with that one. Didn't really hit it into the right center field gap. Hit it to center field. And that was still hit pretty well with Jonathan Schoop there, but was not able to do the job. Now he brought in Trevor Hoffman to face Stan Musial because he does hit lefties a little bit better. I had the gold Drew Smiley in there. So I figured I kind of wasted him in the first inning, but I got through the first inning with no runs, so that was important. Freddie Freeman always does damage against me, so I had to use that lefty against him. But here we go. We got a guy on base now that he hit the pitcher wall, and I was unable to make the play. Yasmani Grandal flies out to center field. Andre Dawson makes the play. He's a great outfielder to have there. The other outfielders I have don't really have that great of fielding, so that definitely plays a part in it. You saw in the last game, the guy made a diving play. That was a game changer. Could have been a double. That helps to have good defense out there in the outfield. But here we have Corey Dickerson up in a 1-2 count. He drills him with the breaking ball, and that's going to be huge. To get a base runner on with 1 down, I'm going to look to try to be aggressive. I tried to hit and run in this situation, and he threw the ball outside. It just kind of froze me. I wasn't able to even react and try to hit it. I felt like I would have popped up. So I kind of just ran myself out of this inning, but luckily I was somehow able to get in safely at second base. He kind of took a little bit too long. And there I squared that one up perfectly. I know for sure. I looked at the PCI afterward. I squared that one up, and he just didn't have the power to rip it out dead center of ship it. But Manny Pena definitely did his job there, getting the guy to third base. Now I have Kennys Vargas. He brought in a lefty, and I'm ripping a base hit to take the lead 1-0. So we make that hit by pitch count, and I'm able to go up 1-0. And down to his last out here, I brought in Michael Givens to face Emilio Bonifacio because he does hit lefties a little bit better. Didn't even use Josh Hader in this one, but I was able to get the win. So we move up 1-0. I'm going to go ahead and get into another game here. We got the same lineup, and we have Giovanni Gallardo on the mound. This guy's got a decent team. Probably would have been a redraft for me if I drafted Yogi Berra and that Will Clark as my 2 diamonds, but he definitely has a good supporting cast around it. But those 2 diamonds are not the best cards at all. I wonder what he has in his bullpen. And this guy actually never played a ranked seasons game. He's a level 2 bronze. I thought he was fairly new to the game. Maybe he had just picked it up recently, and this was his first couple games. He's misfielding the ball out there in left field, and I'm able to get to third base there with Pedro Alvarez on that slider first pitch. Now we have Dawson up, and definitely struggling a little bit with this Dawson. I had a good pitch to hit there. The opponent probably could have threw me out at home. He went automatically and just didn't really get an animation there. Didn't really throw the ball. I ended up stealing second and third base. I'm trying to get an extra run, and Brad Miller goes deep. He sends one out, no doubter off the scoreboard. So we move up 3-0 on this one early on, and that's going to be huge. I want to keep it going. I don't really have anybody out in the inning. He left his common pitcher in, so I wasn't sure if he knew that he was supposed to take his common pitcher out at that time. I mean, maybe it was actually a bronze star, Chris Stratton. But their center fielder was missing the ball completely. 28 speed's going to allow him to get to third base, and that's going to be another guy in scoring position with nobody out, so he should be able to score that one. I have Jonathan Schoop up in this one. Top of the first, he still has his pitcher in there, and I'm just finding every hole possible. Didn't even really hit that one all that great, missed it, and I was able to get rewarded. I think if he would have went to his bullpen, that would have been a ground ball to third base. Wouldn't have been able to score the runner. But move up 4-0. I'm facing Yogi Berra with 2 outs. Brought in Josh Hader to face him because this is probably his best hitter. His best hitters are lefties, but I didn't want to face this Albert Bell with a lefty. So I went ahead and brought in Trevor Hoffman in that situation, and now we're facing his other diamond. I just left him in. I never really faced this Will Clark before, but this is the Giants Team Epic, if I'm not mistaken. And he was I think he was a better card in last year's game. I saw some people use him in last year's game. He was kind of a budget beast. I think he was a ticket counter card, maybe not. Maybe he was a program. I don't know what he was, but this opponent went ahead and quit, so we move up to 2-0 in this run. And I'm 12 wins away. I have 38 wins towards the finest card. That's also why I'm doing Battle Royale. I mean, this late in the year, I've been kind of just playing everything else besides ranked seasons. I made World Series, so I've been playing a lot of events lately. I've been playing some Battle Royale and uploading it onto YouTube exclusively. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a thumbs up. And if you're new, feel free to hit that subscribe button for more content. Until next time, guys, peace out.